This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by Champion Sports Radio. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use of the audio stream, and any and all other use of the accounts of this broadcast without the direct written consent and permission of Champion Sports Radio is strictly prohibited. All rights are reserved by Champion Sports Radio and ChampionSportsRadio.com. This is a presentation of Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship broadcasts.
Game one was a dramatic 6-0 win for the Flower Mound Jaguars and a perfect game pitch by Kyle Johnston. In game two, South Grand Prairie came roaring back with 4 runs in the first. They held on to win it 4-2 behind the great pitching performance of Kiwa Pecoraro. So now it's gone to a game 3 in this best-of-3 series. The winner advances to take on Mansfield. The loser's season is done. Game 3 of this second-round area round showdown between South Grand Prairie and Flower Mound begins right after these messages right here from Quick Trip Park in Grand Prairie. Good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back here to Grand Prairie, Texas, to Quick Trip Park, the home of the Grand Prairie Air Hogs, as we move to Game 3 of this best-of-3 series between the Flower Mound Jaguars and the South Grand Prairie Warriors. Grand Prairie will be the home team here in game number 3, winning the flip. Starting pitcher for the South Grand Prairie Warriors is not Craig Smyers, as I thought it might be. Instead, it's Stephen Yancey. The pitcher will be Yancey for South Grand Prairie. Meanwhile, the Flower Mound Jaguars will be going with, as they joke, the old man of the staff, Seth Jordan, will be on the mound. And I think we're about ready to get things underway as the PA announcer, Tim Edwards, introduces starting lineups. There'll be no anthem. We'll just go right into it. And the Jaguars will step up to the plate here in the first. This will be the lineup leading it off to center fielder Connor Wanhanen. Batting second, left fielder Skylar Cox. The catcher Mitch Andrews will be batting third. Batting fourth, first baseman Sean Weimer. In the 5 spot, third baseman Tim Millard. Batting sixth, Noah Hill, the second baseman. Shortstop Casey Jacobson batting 7th. Batting 8th, the designated hitter Ryan Sloma. And batting 9th, playing right field, Stefan Shimankevich. So again, top third of the order, Wanhanen, Cox, Andrews. Middle third, Weimer, Millard, and Hill. Bottom third, Jacobson, Sloma, and Shimankevich to battle against Yancey. Take a look at Stephen Yancey's numbers on the year. He has a 5-2 record, 3.37 earned run average. This is his 10th appearance of the season. He comes in having thrown 45 2/3 innings on the year, surrendering 47 base hits, 34 runs, 22 of them earned, 23 walks against 28 strikeouts, has hit 4 batters, and has a 1.53 whip. So Yancey, who has played right field in the first 2 games of this series, now will be the Game 3 starter in this win-or-go-home situation for South Grand Prairie and Flower Mound. Everybody ready to get things started. Officials have asked for the lights to be turned on as they want the entire contest to be played under the same conditions. So that is what we are waiting for right now. You can see the 4 officials. It looks like they're just looking up at the sky, looking around, seeing what's happening while they're waiting for the lights to come on here at Quick Trip Park. Yancey fastball, curve, slider, and change for the 6'1", 180-pound senior. And it's going to be a handful to deal with a Jaguar lineup that has produced a fair amount of base hits through the first two games. They've got 12 to the South Grand Prairie, 3 hits in the series. But it's all tied at 1 game apiece. Of course, the winner of this Game 3 will go on to face Mansfield, who eliminated Coppell in a 1-game area round series 4-0. That was Thursday night right here at Quick Trip Park. Arlington Martin, meanwhile, knocked off San Angelo Central 10-1, the final in Game 2 as they sweep the boys from Central Texas. So it is the dream matchup, South Lake Carroll and Martin in the top half of this portion of the Region 1 bracket. Carroll Martin winner will advance to face the winner of this game and Mansfield. That series will be played next week. And then it'll be the regional semifinals the following week, which should be a dandy. At that point, if Flower Mound were to win here in Game 3, it would be a battle next week. The regional quarterfinals, in this top half of the Region 1 bracket would feature 4 out of 4 district champions. Flower Mound, of course, co-champions at a 5-5A. Mansfield, champs at a 7-5A. Martin, winners of 3-5A. And Carroll, the Dragons, winner of 4-5A. Bottom half of the Region 1 bracket. Hebron advanced with a 5-4 win today in Game 3 over Midlothian. They'll be playing an all 5-5A affair that you will see next week on Champion Sports Radio at CSR TV as they take on the Marcus Marauders. Marcus 6-3 winners last night over Duncanville in their 1-game series. Top half of the bracket, Midland and Richland tied at 1 game apiece. Game 3 going on right now. We'll try to get you a score here momentarily in that one. Whoever wins that one will face off against Tascosa as the Rebels dispatch the Fossil Ridge Panthers 2-0, winning Game 1 3-0 and Game 2 2-0 yesterday and today here at Quick Trip Park as well. So this is the 6th playoff game played at this field here this weekend. And it looks like there's a problem getting the lights on as there's a team representative on the field talking with the officials, both managers out there as well. And it looks like the Warriors are going to come over and talk to Coach Pelfrey over on the first base line. Meanwhile, the Jaguars in the third base dugout. Both teams decide to remain in their respective dugouts, but we'll flip who the home team is and who the visitor is here in this contest, as the Jaguars will be the visitors. And it looks like we've got a final here as Midland knocks off Richland 8-5. So it's an all West Texas affair as Midland will take on Tascosa, the top half of the bracket. The winner of that ball game will take on the winner of Hebron and Marcus, which only tells me that at some point there's going to be some travel involved for one of the Champion Sports Radio crews, unless a home-and-home flip is won between either Midland or Tascosa. If it's Midland, it's probably going to be a series in Abilene between the winner of Hebron and Marcus. If it's Tascosa, I guess Wichita Falls, or maybe they would come down. I mean, Abilene could be in play there as well. That's 2 weeks away from happening. We've got a full plate here at Quick Trip Park as we are awaiting the start of Game 3. Go over the lineup once again for Flower Mound Jaguars. Connor Wanhanen leading it off, playing center field. Batting second, Skylar Cox in left. Catcher Mitch Andrews will be batting third. Middle third of the order, batting fourth, Sean Weimer, the first baseman. Third baseman, Tim Millard, will be batting fifth. Batting sixth, Noah Hill, the second baseman. Bottom third of the order, shortstop Casey Jacobson batting seventh. Batting eighth, Ryan Sloma, the designated hitter. And in the ninth spot, the right fielder, Stefan Shimankevich. Seth Jordan on the mound. For South Grand Prairie, kind of a combination. It's the third different lineup in 3 ball games for Dennis Pelfrey. Julian Vasquez will move into play second base as he did earlier today. He's leading it off. Batting second will be Greg Smyers, the first baseman. Patrick Clifford will be the designated hitter. He will bat third in this game number 3. The pitcher, Yancey, Stephen Yancey, will be batting fourth as he has the entire series. In the 5 spot will be David Alada, and Alada will be playing right field. For Yancey, just like Alada played right field last night for the designated hitter, Yancey. Batting 6 will be Bobby Ritter. He will be playing left field in the 6 hole, Ritter, the left fielder. Batting 7th will be Paul Aguilar, the shortstop, with a whale of a ball game earlier today. A 2-run single to blow it open in the first. And highlight play after highlight play after highlight play in the field on this artificial surface. Batting 8th in the lineup tonight is a third baseman, Mikey Burain. Batting 9th will be J.T. Jackson, the center fielder, and the designated hitter Clifford will be hitting for the catcher, and Zane Bluford. So again, it's Vasquez, Smyers, and Clifford, top third of the order. Bottom third, Yancey, Alada, Ritter. Bottom third of the order, Aguilar, Burain, and Jackson to face off against Seth Jordan. And I see the lights starting to come off here. We've got the light standards down the lines are on. We're waiting for the outfield here. Left field is starting to come on. And so is right field. I start seeing that small amber glow coming from the bulbs. And it'll probably be another 3 to 5 minutes before they are completely on and working. Sun is set deep enough in the western sky that the field does not have any sunshine. Direct in center field does at the wall, and this gives us an opportunity to talk about this, quite frankly, oddly shaped ballpark. As down the lines, when it comes in towards center, we'll start down the right field line. As it comes in, you can see it juts out just past the Neville sign there. And as you move over to the left here towards center, you see a giant jut out there where it says fan cloth. There's a pool out there for rent for Air Hog games, not in use here today, but there's a huge bulge out there in right center field. Then a pretty conventional flat center field wall. Before you come over to left field, it comes back and then cuts back in again as it did over in right field, to down the line, shortening the porch over there towards the sports bar and grill. So a really interesting designed outfield setup here at Quick Trip Park. Not all that dissimilar to what the Midland Rockhounds have not, of course, old Christensen Stadium out in Midland, but I think it's Citibank Field or something along those lines. Been out there with the Jags and the Marauders over the years, playing playoff games. It's actually now called Security Bank Ballpark. It's changed names. Christensen Stadium was the old throwback. Yeah, it used to be called Citibank Ballpark. My mind hasn't completely left me on this sweltering day. Here at Quick Trip Park, I think we've mentioned throughout the weekend that the radio press box is not conducive to a video broadcast. And so as a result, the folks here are very generous, kind enough to put us in one of the luxury suites behind home plate to be able to provide you the perspective that we have here with the camera. And I'd say we're 75% of the way towards all the light standards being on. So we'll step aside for a break. When we come back, hopefully we'll be able to get started with some baseball. Game 3 between Flower Mound and South Grand Prairie. The winner advances to take on the Tigers of Mansfield. The loser's season is done. Hopefully we'll get started after these messages on CSR TV.
There's a time and a place for everything.
As you'll see, projections for the next quarter are...
He shoots, he scores! 2 points for team middle management.
The office is not one of them.
Jack, can I see you in my office?
No pouting, it's your ball. Let's see what you got.
But Whirly Ball is.
For corporate events, team building, and private parties, Whirly Ball in Hearst and Plano is electric fun. Test your skills on the arcade games. Zip around in your Whirly Bug for a Whirly Ball competition. Or play the most affordable laser tag in the city. Learn more at whirlyball.info.
Are you studying on your own for the SAT or ACT? Follow My Test Answers on Twitter and Facebook for free solutions to official test questions. Got a question of your own? Send a message to My Test Answers and get a response for free. Got more than one question? Don't worry, we'll answer those too. With over a decade of experience in helping students prepare for standardized tests, the experts at My Test Answers will get you the answers you want whenever you need it. My Test Answers, problems solved. Your ACT? Follow My Test Answers.
Many heart conditions can be fixed, but many of us don't know we have a problem until it's too late. On April 2, 2009, Zachary Schraw, a 16-year-old sophomore offensive lineman, died of sudden cardiac arrest, the number one cause of death among student athletes. Like so many SCA victims, Zach had no heart issues, nor did anyone in his family. If Zach had an echocardiogram, he might have been able to avoid suffering a condition that takes 10,000 of our youth each year. In his memory, Living for Zachary was formed to try and prevent SCA from taking the lives of youth everywhere. Join in the fight today and stop the silent killer of SCA by scheduling your young athlete for an echocardiogram, a procedure that can detect any heart issue with 99% accuracy. For more information, visit www.livingforzachary.org. That's Zachary.org, and let your heart be heard.
Are you tired of only spending time as a family huddled around the TV? Would you like to enjoy some culture with your loved ones without breaking the bank? Then let me introduce you to the Greater Dallas Youth Orchestra. The GDYO provides music education and performance opportunities for musically talented youth, but this is no kids' concert. The GDYO comprises 7 different ensembles made up of over 425 talented musicians ages 8 to 18, representing more than 50 communities in North Texas. You won't believe how amazing these ensembles sound until you hear it for yourself. So join them for one of their concerts at the Meyerson Symphony Center or Dallas City Performance Hall. For more information on how to make a donation, as well as a listing of upcoming GDYO concerts, visit gdyo.org. And if you know a talented young musician interested in an unbelievable experience, auditions take place in the spring. Connect with the Greater Dallas Youth Orchestra on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and at gdyo.org.
Hey, what does this word make you think of? Tchaikovsky.
Gesundheit. So what's the word?
No, that is the word.
You lost me.
All right, who's Martha Graham?
She invented the graham cracker. Before her, there was only soda crackers.
Maybe they're not getting enough art. Kids who participate in the arts do better in school and in life. To learn more, visit AmericansForTheArts.org, because all kids should get to appreciate Tchaikovsky's music and Martha Graham's dance. Art. Ask for more. A public service message brought to you by Americans for the Arts and the Ad Council.
And welcome back here to Quick Trip Park. We are about ready to get underway here in game number 3. We have lights on the light standards. You want to see proof? There you go. Lights in left field. Lights down the left field line. That's right field. And that's down the right field line. Everybody satisfied? Perfect. Let's go. Let's play some baseball. So amped up and so excited to get this underway. This is a big series here for both these two teams. South Grand Prairie has made the playoffs 4 out of the 5 years that Dennis Pelfrey has been there. Now 98 wins, 76 losses, and a tie in his 5 years at SGP after stops with both the Fort Worth Cats and the Gary South Shore Railcats. 2-time district champs in 5 years, playoffs 4 of the 5 years, but all 4 times they won in the by-district round and then were eliminated in the area round. That's the round we're in right now, the second round of the playoffs. So this would be huge for the Warriors to get the win against the heavily favored Flower Mound Jaguars. Steven Yancey getting loose, and I think we're about ready to get this thing underway. PA announcer Tim Edwards having a little fun, asking the officials if he's ready, and it looks like we are. Here it is, Game 3, win or go home time. Connor Wanhanen steps to the plate. Wanhanen from the left side against the right-hander Yancey. Here's the first pitch, and we're underway. High outside, ball 1. If you're just joining us, recap Yancey's numbers here. 5-2 mark on the season, a 3.37 earned run average. Nine games pitched on the year. This is his 10th appearance in 45 2/3 innings. He surrendered 47 base hits. 34 runs, 22 of them earned, 23 walks, 28 strikeouts, has hit 4 batters, and his whip is 1.53. 3-0 pitch to Wanhanen. 4-pitch walk to lead it off. 24th walk issued by Yancey on the year. So Wanhanen, who entered the series hitting .411, now on base, where he has stolen 14 bases in 16 attempts this season. That's 16 attempts in 35 ball games. And first pitch to Skylar Cox catches at the knees for strike 1. The left fielder Cox, 5'9", 160-pound sophomore, 300 average on the year. Third RBI of the season came in Game 2 of this series a couple hours ago. Charging in from third as Cox shows bunt is Berain. Runner takes off. And Wanhanen is in safely with a stolen base, his 15th of the year. Pitch is a strike, now 0-2 the count from Yancey to Cox.
A little more aggressive approach here for Coach Wallace in Game 3. Get Connor moving.
Swung on, ground ball left side of the infield. They go to third to try to get the lead man, and Wanhanen is out. What a play by Aguilar again. Aguilar throws over to Berain. Cox reaches on a fielder's choice, 6-5. Wanhanen, the lead runner, is out, and there's one gone here in the first.
Cardinal rule of base running: you don't take off for your your next base if it's hit to that side. Connor should have held tight, but with his speed, he thought he could get there. Not quite.
Aguilar has been sensational, particularly today at shortstop for the Warriors. First pitch breaks in, strike 1. To Mitch Andrews, the senior catcher headed to Sam Houston next year. 6 foot, 195-pounder, 364 average, 2 home runs, 17 RBIs on the year. Cox on first, one gone here in the top of the first of a scoreless ball game. Runner takes off. Sliding in head first, and his left hand hits the bag just before the tag. Can be applied by Vasquez. Great jump by Cox as he swipes his 6th bag of the year.
Had that extra split second with the bounce throw. Gave him the chance to get his hand in there.
O2 bounces in and gets away from the catcher. Buford tracks it down, but not before Cox advances to third. So, with the stolen base and now a wild pitch. It's a very similar situation to what the Jags wanted when Mitch stepped to the plate. The only problem is it's already a 1-2 count. But a runner on third with one gone, and the Jaguars looking to strike first here in Game 3. One-two ground ball, high hopper to third. Looks Cox back, and Barain again with a great defensive play. What a job there to look the runner back so he could throw to first easily. That retires Andrews. Cox stays put at third. There are now 2 gone here in the top of the first. And Sean Weimer steps to the plate. First pitch from Yancey to Weimer. Swings and fouls it off. First base side, it'll get out of play. It'll be strike one. Combination of Mikey Barain and Paul Aguilar. Without them, the Warriors would not be in this position here in Game 3. That is for certain. Their defensive play has been stellar here. Pitch comes in tight. Ball 1-1-1 to Weimer. 329 average for Sean. 12 driven in on the year. Number 13 would be huge. I think whoever strikes first onto the scoreboard here in Game 3 can have a whale of momentum. This one foul back to the screen. It's now a ball and 2 strikes. Tim Millard hoping he can bat here in the first inning. He's standing on deck. Yancey comes set, checks Cox at third. 1-2, swung on, slow roller to short. Aguilar up with it, has to hurry with the throw. Great pick out by Smyers. Weimer's retired 6-3, and that'll do it for the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 runner left. Half inning in the books, Jaguars scoreless. Warriors coming to bat for the first time after these messages on CSR TV.
Stay up on all the latest news about the teams you care about and know when your favorite games are on the air thanks to Champion Sports Radio social media. Either follow @Champion Sports on Twitter or like our Facebook page at facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio, and you will know what time your game starts, who was named Player of the Week, or what your school's alumni are doing in college. That's on Twitter @Champion Sports and facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio. Your home for championship social media.
Are you studying on your own for the SAT or ACT? Follow My Test Answers on Twitter and Facebook for free solutions to official test questions. Got a question of your own? Send a message to My Test Answers and get a response for free. Got more than one question? Don't worry, we'll answer those too. With over a decade of experience in helping students prepare for standardized tests, the experts at My Test Answers will get you the answers you want whenever you need it. My Test Answers, problems solved.
Half inning in the books. We are still scoreless here between the Jaguars and the Warriors. South Grand Prairie coming to bat for the first time here in the bottom of the first inning. Be 1-2-3 Vasquez, Smyers, Clifford, designated hitter, due up. Face off against the old man of the staff. Made varsity starts in each of his 4 years at Flower Mound. Seth Jordan, the crafty lefty. Headed to West Virginia, the 6'3", 195-pound seniors. First pitch is in there for strike one. Jordan is unlike anything the Warriors have seen this weekend. 0-1 foul back to the screen, and Seth quickly ahead 0-2 of the leadoff hitter, the second baseman, Julian Vasquez. 5-3 record on the year for Seth. 1.32 earned run average. This is his 11th appearance of the year. He's thrown 53 innings coming in. Surrendering 32 base hits, 11 runs, 10 of them earned. 5 walks against 68 strikeouts. Let me say that again. 5 walks and 68 strikeouts. Has hit 3 batters, but lefty's been great. 2-2 pitch. Breaks in there. It's strike 3. First strikeout for Jordan, his 69th of the year. Strikes out Julian Vasquez for the first out here in the first inning. And after the hard-throwing theatrics and dramatics last night of Johnston, this could not be any different. Ground ball to second. Great play by Noah in time to Weimer over at first. Quick 4-3 ground out. And Greg Smyers, the first baseman, is retired on 1 pitch. So that'll bring up Patrick Clifford, the designated hitter. Taking the first pitch as I figured he might. And it's ball 1. That's just the 7th pitch thrown by Seth here in the first. At the knees, strike 1. Ground ball up the middle. And it's going to get through for a base hit by Clifford. Clifford, the DH, reaching on the first base hit of the ball game. 2-out base runner here in the first inning for the Warriors. That'll bring up the pitcher. Yancey digs in from the left side against the lefty. Jordan, who's got a great view at first. I don't think Clifford's going anywhere. First pitch in there for a strike. I take it back. Patrick Clifford, 8 stolen bases in 9 attempts this year. My apologies, sir. Big man's got some wheels. 0-2 the count here from Jordan to Yancey. Pitcher v. pitcher. Swing and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. 3-pitch strikeout for Seth Jordan. And in the first, no runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left, 1 inning in the books. Still scoreless between the Jags and the Warriors. It's Game 3, winner take all. Second inning after these messages on CSR TV.
Are you tired of only spending time as a family huddled around the TV? Would you like to enjoy some culture with your loved ones without breaking the bank? Then let me introduce you to the Greater Dallas Youth Orchestra. The GDYO provides music education and performance opportunities for musically talented youth, but this is no kids' concert. The GDYO comprises 7 different ensembles made up of over 425 talented musicians ages 8 to 18, representing more than 50 communities in North Texas. You won't believe how amazing these ensembles sound until you hear it for yourself. So join them for one of their concerts at the Meyerson Symphony Center or Dallas City Performance Hall. For more information on how to make a donation, as well as a listing of upcoming GDYO concerts, visit gdyo.org. And if you know a talented young musician interested in an unbelievable experience, auditions take place in the spring. Connect with the Greater Dallas Youth Orchestra on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and at gdyo.org.
Scoreless first in the books. We head now to the second inning. In the top of the second, Jaguars will send 5, 6, and 7 Millard, Hill, and Jacobson to the plate. Face off against Steven Yancey, the 6'1", 180-pound senior. Right-hander handed the game ball here in game number 3 for the Warriors as they try to get out of the area round for the first time under Dennis Pelfrey. So Tim Millard steps up, 6 foot, 200-pound senior. Swings at the first pitch, and it's foul down the third base side for strike one. 3.14 average for Timmy. 4 big RBIs in game 1 of the series, gives him 16 on the season. Senior headed to DBU next year, just a few miles south of us here in Grand Prairie. 0-1, swings at this one, high into the air, down the right field line, could be playable, fading foul, and it gets out of play. Strike 2 of the at-bat. Millard will take his time, collect his bat, and get ready for a 0-2 offering from Steven Yancey. Yancey kicks and fires. 0-2 pitch, swung on again, fought off foul. Millard is going to make Yancey work here as the first Jaguar to the plate in the second inning. That one can't find the zone. First ball of the at-bat, to the dismay of the Warrior faithful here in attendance. Jaguar fans have kept their noisemakers away here. Heard the first hints of a cowbell there. Did he hold up? No, they're going to say he punched him out. First strikeout for Yancey. Millard goes down swinging, and there's one gone now here in the second inning. So that'll bring up the second baseman, Noah Hill, 5'9", 175-pound junior. 258 average, 11 driven in on the year for Noah. From the right side against the right-hander Yancey. Stevens ready to go. First pitch fouled off. And that is strike one. Defensively for the Warriors, Bobby Ritter is in left field. J.T. Jackson in center. David Alada over in right, playing fairly straight away against the right-swinging Noah Hill. Pumps a fastball in the inside corner. It's quickly 0-2. Mikey B. Rain at third and Paul Aguilar at short, arguably the defensive MVPs of the series. Julian Vasquez has played a nice second base. Greg Smyers picking everything out over at first for the Warriors. Curved ball swung on and hammered to left field. Ritter, frozen in his tracks, takes a step to his left, makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down here in the second for Yancey and the Warriors. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Casey Jacobson. 6 foot, 175-pound junior. 259 average, 16 driven in. It's now a three-way tie for second on the club with Wanhanen and Millard and Jacobson, 16 each. One behind Andrews is 17. Yancey pulls the string on the first pitch, and it's 0-1. Yancey working quickly. Here's the 0-1. Beautiful location again. Boy, Steven Yancey is pinpointing his spots with perfection. Moving the ball around the zone, changing speeds, doing everything you need to do to be successful. Defensive swing by Jacobson fouls it off on the first base side. The count holds 0-2. Ryan Sloma, the designated hitter, waiting on deck. Curveball stays high and tight. Ball one. Yancey fires the 1-2. Swung on to center field. No, I'm sorry. Thought it was going to carry more than that. The second baseman, Vasquez, ranges over and makes the catch. Pop up to second, ends the inning. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Yancey. No runs, hits, errors, nobody left. Inning and a half of the book. Still scoreless between Flower Mound and South Grand Prairie. Back to Quick Trip Park after these messages on Champion Sports Radio.
There's a time and a place for everything.
As you'll see, projections for the next quarter are...
He shoots, he scores. 2 points for Team Middle Management.
The office is not one of them.
Jack, can I see you in my office?
No pouting. It's your ball. Let's see what you got.
But Whirly Ball is. For corporate events, team building, and private parties, Whirly Ball in Hearst and Plano is electric fun. Test your skills on the arcade games. Zip around in your Whirly Bug for a Whirly Ball competition. Or play the most affordable laser tag in the city. Learn more at whirlyball.info.
If you're a basketball parent or coach, you need StatGeek, the simplest way to keep stats ever created. Our easy-to-use iPad app turns anyone into a professional statistician, and all they have to do is simply follow the ball. Produce full and accurate box scores and play-by-play reports. Send accurate stats out to your fans, media, or recruiters. It's sports statistic collection redefined. StatGeek is available right now in the iPad App Store for just $4.99, and there are team fundraising opportunities available as well. On the web at statgeek.com. StatGeek, keep your eye on the ball.
Head to the bottom of the second inning, still scoreless here between Flower Mound and South Grand Prairie. First pitch is swung on by the 5-hole hitting right fielder, Alada. Skylar Cox comes in and makes the catch in left field. So David Alada retired in a fly ball to left on just one pitch. And that'll bring up the left fielder, Bobby Ritter. Swinging at the first pitch again. 2 hopper to short. Jacobson on the move. Boy, perfect play. Spectacular effort by Casey Jacobson at short. 2 pitches, 2 outs here in the second for Jordan. And considering this extremely deep bullpen and pitching staff for Flower Mound, pretty taxed with most of the guys getting work in the first 2 games. Innings like this are going to be important for the crafty lefty Jordan to keep going here in Game 3. First pitch, swing and a miss. And the shortstop Aguilar comes up empty. Oh, 1 pitch. Got a piece, swung through it. 0-2 now. Aguilar, 284 average, 10 driven in on the year, including big 2-run single back in the first inning of Game 2. That made it a 4-0 start for the Warriors. Just like that, Jordan sets him down in order on 5 pitches, including striking out Aguilar looking. No runs, hits, errors, nobody left. 2 in the books. Flower Mound, nothing. South Grand Prairie, nothing. Back to Quick Trip Park after these messages on CSR TV.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention estimates that nearly 4 million brain injuries occur every year due to sports in the U.S. They also estimate that 70% of concussions go unreported. Not identifying concussions early can be devastating, especially if the athlete continues to play with symptoms. Catching hard hits fast is critical, and that's why you need the Shockbox Helmet Impact Sensor. The Shockbox is a small sensor that easily attaches to most football, lacrosse, and hockey helmets and instantly sends a signal to a smartphone on the sidelines when the player has taken a hard hit that puts them at higher risk for injury. The free app receives data from the sensor, displays information about the impact, and even walks the user through a concussion assessment. The app also logs symptom and impact data for future medical use. Visit ShotboxDFW.com to learn more about the Shockbox Impact Alert Sensor and determine if it is the right option for your child. Be warned instantly when a player has experienced a head impact that could result in a concussion. Visit ShockboxDFW.com today. ShockboxDFW.com.
Two complete innings in the books. We head to the third now. Still scoreless between South Grand Prairie and Flower Mound. Two up for the Jags in the third. It'll be 8-9-1. Sloma, Shimankevich, and then the lineup will reset, and Juan Hanan will step to the plate. 8-9-1 due up against Yancey, who starts off Ryan Sloma with a first pitch strike. Sloma, 353 average, no homers, 12 driven in on the year for the 5'9", 175-pound senior. Swings and drives this to right field. That is his first base hit of the series. Sloma leading off the third with a knock to right. And the first Jaguar base hit here in game number 3. Shimmy to the plate. Would not be surprised to see Coach Wallace trying to play a little small ball here. Maybe advance Sloma over. Let's see if Shimmy's going to show the bunt. He does drop it. Third baseman crashing in Birain. There's the pitch. It's outside. Shimmy pulled the bat back, and it's ball 1. Sloma, no stolen bases in 2 attempts this year. Shimankevich trying to move him over. 1-0 pitch from Yancey. Puts it down. It's foul. That'll be strike 1 of the at-bat. Sloma's hit the first for the Jags here, as Yancey navigates the first time through the Flower Mound lineup. Shimmy trying to execute a little small ball. There's the bunt again. Pulls it back. The pitch is off the edge. They want to appeal down, and I don't think Shimankevich is even close to swinging at that one. It's a ball. 2-1 now the count. .214 average on the year for Shimankevich. Showing bunt on a 2-1. Pulls it back as the pitch misses the zone again. Great hitters count, 3-1 upcoming. And now Shimmy's going to jog over and have a quick conversation with Coach Wallace. Yancey, the 6'1", 180-pound senior. Through 2+ innings, surrendered 1 base hit, struck out 1, walked 1, and charged with a wild pitch. Now with the runner on first and nobody out here in the third. 3-1 pitch to Shimankevich. Time is called and awarded. No pitch. We'll do 3-1 again. Pulls it back. It's inside. It's a walk. Sloma moved to second. Shimmy on at first. The bottom of the lineup setting the stage as the leadoff hitting Juan Hanan now will step to the plate with nobody out and 2 runners on. Big decision time for Danny Wallace. Does Juan Hanan bunt the runners over? Do you let him swing away? 4-11 hitter coming into the series. Takes the first pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. I think Wallace might have been waiting to see what Yancey and the Warriors were going to do with Juan Hanan. before tipping his hand as to if he wanted Wanhanen to try to lay down a bunt and advance the runners. Now Wanhanen squares the bunt as Yancey checks the runner at second. Pulls it back, and the pitch is high and outside. Nice little game of cat and mouse going on here between Wanhanen at the plate and Yancey on the mound. Future Horned Frog squares the bunt again. Pulls it back, swings, fouls it off towards the parking lot on the third base side. Sloma on second, Shimankevich on first. Wanhanen watches that one go low and outside with a fastball. Count evens 2-2. Still nobody out here in the third. Jaguars trying to draw first blood in this all-important series-deciding Game 3. Two from Yancey. Swung on. Driven to center field. Jackson on his horse. It's going to go over his head. The go sign is on. Sloma's being sent home. Shimankevich is being sent home. Stop sign is up for Wanhanen. It's a 2-run triple. The Jaguars take a 2-0 lead here in the top of the third.
We talked about Wanhanen's rope in Game 2. That one was just a shot. Nobody's going to get there, and if it had gone a little further, he may have had it inside the park the way that was going.
I honestly think if there's not still in a situation where there's nobody out here in the inning, that Wallace sends him because the throw was just getting to the edge. It was still coming into the infield. First pitch swinging. Cox drives one deep to center field. Jackson makes the catch. Tagging and coming in from third is Wanhanen. It's now a 3-0 Jaguar lead here in the third.
And Thomas, this is what you wanted to see as a rebound here. Very lackadaisical effort in Game 2. Now the team's fired up. They say the big hit by Wanhanen got them going. Now they're up 3-0 with momentum on their side.
And Seth Jordan on the mound. So now Andrews steps up, one gone, bases clean though. The bottom of the order comes through again. It's Sloma's single, Shimmy's walk. Both driven home by the triple off the bat of Wanhanen. And then Connor hits the pay station with a sacrifice fly RBI from the sophomore Cox. One-0 pitch from Yancey. Andrews swings foul over on the third base side for strike one. That's a big blow right here. To the confidence of the South Grand Prairie Warriors, but this is a scrappy bunch. And this game is far from over with only one out here in the top of the third. Swung on and driven to center field. Another great swing by Jaguar bats, with J.T. Jackson backpedals a couple of steps. Makes the catch. 3 consecutive balls drilled to the center outfield. One got over the head of Jackson in Wanhanen's triple. One brought Jackson home. Brought Wanhanen home after Jackson made the catch. And now Jackson retires Andrews as well, as there are 2 gone here in the third inning. First pitch to Weimer misses outside, ball 1. Hard hit ball through the left side of the infield, base hit for the Jaguars. The Bats are coming alive here in game number 3. Third hit in the inning for Flower Mound.
And every at-bat is a quality at-bat. Even the outs are hard hit, well-driven,
Yeah, good pitch selection. Good job getting the fat part of the bat on the ball. First swing is foul. Back up and out of play for strike one to Tim Millard. But to your point, we talked in game two about waiting for your pitch, being selective. It looks like their approach right now for the Jaguars at the plate is doing exactly that, and it's paying off to the tune of 3 runs on 3 hits here in the third inning. Low and inside, ball one. And Jackson can fly out there at center. It's not often that the ball is hit over his head. Referring back to Wanhanen's big triple here a couple of batters ago. Pitches outside, ball gets away from the catcher, Bluford. Weimer swipes his second stolen base of the season. And that's already 3 stolen bases for Flower Mound here in the first 3 innings.
Coach Wallace talked about it. They're going to play this small ball attack, and didn't see a whole lot of it in game 2.
Turns on it, drives to center field, and Jackson makes the catch. A hard hit ball for Millard, but it turns into out number 3 in the third inning. But the Jaguars plate 3 runs on the benefit of 3 base hits. No errors, 1 runner left. 2.5 in the books. Flower Mound 3, South Grand Prairie nothing. Winner go home game 3 continues in a moment here from Quick Trip Park on CSR TV.
Stay up on all the latest news about the teams you care about and know when your favorite games are on the air thanks to Champion Sports Radio social media. Either follow @Champion Sports on Twitter or like our Facebook page at facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio, and you will know what time your game starts, who was named Player of the Week, or what your school's alumni are doing in college. That's on Twitter @Champion Sports and facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio. Your home for championship social media.
Hey, what does this word make you think of? Tchaikovsky.
Gesundheit. So what's the word?
No, that is the word.
You lost me.
All right, who's Martha Graham?
She invented the graham cracker. Before her, there was only soda crackers.
Maybe they're not getting enough art. Kids who participate in the arts do better in school and in life. To learn more, visit AmericansForTheArts.org, because all kids should get to appreciate Tchaikovsky's music and Martha Graham's dance. Art. Ask for more. A public service message brought to you by Americans for the Arts and the Ad Council.
Welcome back here to Quick Trip Park. It's now a 3-0 Flower Mound lead over South Grand Prairie here in win or go home game 3. Seth Jordan out to begin his third full inning of work. Starts off Mikey Bahrain, the third baseman. It's strike 1, swing and a miss. Here's the 0-1. Jordan misses off speed outside. 1 ball and 1 strike now. 2 for 31 on the season is Bahrain as he fouls this one back up and over our heads. And is now down in the count. 1-2. I tell you, he more than makes up for it with his defensive play at third base. 1-2 from Jordan, swung on, and it's a base hit. This is his third base hit of the season. Second Warrior hit tonight. Boy, Bahrain playing out of his mind here tonight, Doc.
He really has. This, like you said, more than done it with the glove. Gets a nice base hit with the bat.
First pitch swinging, Jackson driving it down the left field line. It is carrying. And it's foul. Boy, that was close.
It was foul by about a foot. He didn't miss that by much.
Wow, what a swing and a drive.
Yeah, I caught that through the lens the whole way. It was, I thought for a second he was going to hit the foul pole with the trajectory on it, but it hooked just left.
Just right on the pitch. JT Jackson now with an 0-1 count. Just a loud strike. Turns on this one, drives it to left field. Bounces in front of Cox. Back-to-back base hits for the Warriors here in the home half of the third as they try to answer the 3 spot thrown up by the Jags in the top half of the frame.
And Cox slipped a little there as he was trying to decide whether to run up for it and go make the catch or just let it on the bounce. It ended up being a good decision. It took a high bounce off the turf once he got to it, so he was fortunate to stay in front of it.
So Bahrain on second, Jackson on first, and that brings Coach Wallace out to talk to his entire infield. While Danny talks to the team, let's tell you about some of the proud sponsors of Jaguar Baseball on Champion Sports Radio, including Raising Cane's on Main Street in Louisville and FM 407 in Flower Mound. They love to support Jaguar Baseball. Their one love is cooked-to-order chicken finger meals along with the unique Raising Cane's secret sauce. Lupe Villarreal, the managing partner, gives back to the community because it's the right thing to do. If you're looking for ways to raise money for your organization, give Lupe a call. Raising Cane's on Main Street in Louisville and FM 407 in Flower Mound. Quick conversation from Coach Wallace. Look back to second, the throw. Not quite in time. Good slide back by Bahrain. Julian Vasquez, first pitch to him. He squares the bunt, puts it down first base side. Fielded by Weimer, nowhere to go but to first. Covering the bag was Hill. Perfect bunt execution. Sacrifice bunt 3-4 by Vasquez. Advances Bahrain to third. And Jackson to second. And now Greg Smyers with a base hit. Can put a huge dent in the Flower Mound lead. Smyers signed to go play at Grayson next year. Swings through the first pitch for strike one. Oh, 1 swung on to center field. Charging in, and it falls. The first run comes home. Throw to the plate keeps the second one from leaving third base, but the Warriors have gotten their first run of the ball game and trimmed the Flower Mound lead now to 3-1. So Bahrain comes home. Jackson moves over to second on the throw home. Smyers advances to second. Same situation. Runners at second and third, one out. And Patrick Clifford takes strike one. Clifford singled back in the first. .6'2", 225-pound senior turns and drives it deep to left field. Cox is ranging back. He's underneath it and makes the catch. Tagging from second and going to third is Smyers. Tagging from third and coming home is Jackson. RBI sacrifice fly for Clifford. And it's a 3-2 ball game. Flower Mound's lead trimmed to 1 run. The grittiness showing here for the South Grand Prairie Warriors. With 2 gone, it'll be up to the pitcher Yancey to try to help his cause. A base hit would tie the game. First pitch from Jordan, bunt down the third base line, rolls foul. That'll be strike one of the at-bat. 3 hits in the inning for South Grand Prairie.
I was not expecting these guys to go away. They're 3-0 in elimination games here. Like the first series against Belton. They lost game 1, took the next 2.
Bunt down the third base line, perfectly placed. Ball is not picked out on a low throw by Millard, and the run comes in to score, and we are tied at 3. Did I mention that they were gutty? Did I mention that they were gritty? Home plate umpire issuing a warning to the South Grand Prairie dugout. Hey, buddy, this is a winner-go-home situation. They were down 3-0. It's now tied at 3. Let kids be kids, all right? I don't think they're doing anything wrong. I hope nobody got tossed right there. Got a courtesy runner for the pitcher, Yancey. That's Thomas Harden, the sophomore, over at first base. So David Alana, the junior right fielder, will step in. Flew out to left field in the first pitch he saw in the second. We're all tied at 3, folks. Pitches in, Harden takes off, throws not in time. Great jump by by Harden. Move himself into scoring position. Pitch was a strike from Jordan to Alada. Turns, throws to second, almost hasn't picked up. Oh, he does! Tag was applied just before Harden's hand hit the bag. That'll do it for the third, but the Warriors come roaring back. 3 runs scored. On 3 base hits and an error, nobody left. 3 innings in the books. As you were, folks, we're tied at 3 between Flower Mound and South Grand Prairie. We head to the 4th after these messages on CSR TV.
Are you looking for a way to promote your business or increase exposure? Do you just need more people to know that you're there? Join the Champion Sports Radio team and advertise during these games. In the last 4 years, Champion Sports Radio has broadcast over 600 games to more than 3.5 million listeners. And Champion Sports Radio wants to help you use major high school sports to reach thousands of local fans right in your community. Think about it. Die-hard fans just like you tune in each and every week, giving your business unparalleled access to the community. It's the perfect way for smaller individually owned businesses to cultivate a core clientele or expand their already loyal customer base. To secure your prime commercial spot during the broadcast, contact Thomas Lee at Champion Sports Radio by phone at 972-741-0334. That's 972-741-0334 or online at championsportsradio.com. Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship broadcast.
Into the 4th inning, we are tied at 3. 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors for Flower Mound. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors for South Grand Prairie. That's incorrect. Forgot about the Jaguar error in the 3rd. Here we go. Jaguars up to bat in the 4th, tied at 3. 6, 7, and 8. Hill, Jacobson, Sloma deal up to face off against Steven Yancey, who starts off Hill with strike 1. Some news to pass along to you. The Flower Mound softball team continues their winning ways, knocking off Hebron in a 2-game series this weekend. 7-4 yesterday in Game 1, 14-5 today. Some high-scoring softball games. Hill drives this one over to third. Durain. A long throw across inside. 5-3, Noah Hill's retired, first out in the 4th inning. So Flower Mound will now advance to play Lubbock Coronado in the next round of the softball playoffs. Another note to pass off, defending state champion Louisville losing to Timberview. So Lady Farmers are out of it. Lady Jags roll on. First pitch off the plate. Ball 1 to Casey Jacobson. 6 foot, 175-pound junior shortstop popped up to Vasquez. Back in the second. Swings through that one, 1-1 the count. What a job by these Warriors. Doc, you started to make a great point about how resilient they are in elimination games this season. Now 3-0 with the 2 wins against Belton last week and then the win here in Game 2. Jacobson drives this one in front of a diving center fielder. Jackson, it gets past him all the way to the wall. And Jacobson is in with a double with 1 out here in the 4th. Casey says, hey, we are resilient too here at Flower Mound. So a runner in scoring position in Jacobson, and that'll bring up the DH. Ryan Sloma, the senior, singled in the 3rd. Came around to score the first run for the Jags in that 3-run 3rd inning. And Coach Pelfrey is out, and I think he's going to make a change. Pitching change here, top of the 4th, 1 gone in a 3-3 ball game. Winner advances to take on Mansfield. The loser's season is done. We'll step aside for a break and come back here to Quick Trip Park after these messages on CSR TV.
Many heart conditions can be fixed, but many of us don't know we have a problem until it's too late. On April 2nd, 2009, Zachary Schraw, a 16-year-old sophomore offensive lineman, died of sudden cardiac arrest, the number 1 cause of death among student athletes. Like so many SCA victims, Zach had no heart issues, nor did anyone in his family. If Zach had an echocardiogram, he might have been able to avoid suffering a condition that takes 10,000 of our youth each year. In his memory, Living for Zachary was formed to try and prevent SCA from taking the lives of youth everywhere. Join in the fight today and stop the silent killer of SCA by scheduling your young athlete for an echocardiogram, a procedure that can detect any heart issue with 99% accuracy. For more information, visit www.livingforzachary.org. That's living4zachary.org, and let your heart be heard.
Welcome back here to Quick Trip Park. We are tied at 3. Jaguars batting top of the 4th. 1 out. Casey Jacobson just roped a double to center. And that'll do it for Stephen Yancey. 3 1/3 innings pitched, 53 pitches thrown, 36 of them for strikes. 4 hits surrendered, 1 strikeout, 2 walks, 3 runs all earned, 1 wild pitch, and he is responsible for Jacobson on second. So now, I've been previewing it all weekend. Saw this young man pitch in the area round series last year against the Marcus Marauders, and finally the first baseman, Greg Smyers, comes over to take the mound for the Warriors. 6'2", 195-pound senior. Signed to go play with Grayson next year. Yancey, the starter, going to play at Texas Wesleyan, but he now gives way to Smyers. Jaguar fans, including a lot of those softball players I mentioned earlier, they got the 2-game sweep over Hebron, who are here in attendance, cheering on the designated hitter, Ryan Sloma. Taking all the way, first pitch. Low and outside, ball one. Smyers on the year, a 3-4 record, 3 saves and 4 opportunities, a 2.29 earned run average. Swung on, foul back to the screen, count even 1-1. In 39 2/3 innings, he has surrendered 49 base hits, 27 runs, 13 earned, 15 walks against 39 strikeouts. Has hit 2 batters, a 1.61 whip. This is 14th appearance of the season for the senior left-hander, Greg Smyers. Time is called, no pitch there to Sloma. Count is 1-1, and the third base umpire is coming over to talk to one of the kids in the stands, I think. They're being asked to leave? Are they trying to kick a fan out of the game? I'm going to say this once. I think the umpires need to worry about what's going on the field a whole lot more than they need to worry about what's going on in the stands. At least that I've seen here today.
What I think happened, our PA announcer made an announcement saying, don't be banging on drums. Immediately after the announcement, you hear the drums again. So I think that's why the third base now we're not. He was our home plate umpire in game 2, so
he's very sensitive to this issue.
He's very quick to make a judgment call on that. But that's from what I could tell was there was an announcement made and literally not even, you can't even take a breath after the announcement. They start banging on the drum again. But even Coach Wall was just like, are you kidding me? You know. Now they're looking on the other side.
Okay, both schools have administrators that are here. Let them take care of it. Let's get back to a ball game here. Good grief. It's tied at 3 here at the top of the 4th inning in a winner-go-home situation. All right, the count is 1-1. Ryan Sloma about to dig in, awaiting the pitch from Greg Smyers.
I say back to what's important.
See if Sloma can dig deep and drive in a go-ahead run. Base hit to right. The go sign is on. Jacobson on his horse. The throw is cut off. He slides in safely. It's an RBI single for Ryan Sloma. And the Jaguars take a 4-3 lead.
Sloma almost got tackled at second base as he went to slide and got stuck in the dirt. So it was more like a tumble. And right as he went to touch the plate, the shortstop tumbled over him. But another amazing hit for Sloma. Coming alive here in Game 3. We saw him light it up in the Bell Series. Now he's at bat starting to come back. And Coach Wall has no hesitation with Jacobson. The second he saw it land, he's sending him home. Would have took a perfect throw, and it was wide left. That's why Sloma went to second.
And cut off by the first baseman as well. Pelfrey talking to the home plate umpire. Anybody who was watching the play saw Sloma try to slide, get his spike stuck in the artificial turf. I don't know if Pelfrey's making the argument that was intentional or what. Who knows? Runner takes off. A hit and run for Shibinkevich, but it's fouled back to the screen for strike one.
Yeah, Sloma had a great jump on that one.
Close the book on Steven Yancey, the senior. 53 pitches thrown, 36 for strikes in 3 1/3. Surrendering 4 base hits, 1 strikeout, 2 walks, 4 runs, all earned, 1 wild pitch. And he has given way to Smyers, who has given a base hit up. The only batter he has faced thus far. And now with 1 gone, the Jaguars continue to threaten here in the top of the 4th. Ryan Sloma on second after an RBI single, advancing to second on the throw home. Stefan Shibinkevich at the plate. Walked and scored in his first plate appearance last inning. Connor Wanhanen in the on-deck circle. At the knees, strike 2. Oh, 2 from Smyers, swung on, slow roller to short, scooped up by Aguilar, throws over, and Shimmy is out by a quarter step. It was really close. Good head first slide by Shibinkevich. Great pick job by Steven Yancey at first. Sloma advances from second to third on the play. Another dynamite defensive play by Paul Aguilar, and now the lineup will reset. For the Jaguars as Connor Wanhanen steps in. He is 1 for 1 with a walk, a stolen base, a triple, 2 RBIs, and a run scored. That's all in 2 plate appearances, folks. Takes the first pitch down in the dirt for ball 1. I think JT Jackson's backed up a couple of steps this time, too. Low and outside. Left-handed pitching. Smyers throwing to the left-handed swinging Wanhanen. Smyers behind in the count, 2-0. Again low and outside, 3-0. Really working around Wanhanen here. With 2 outs and a runner on first. Skylar Cox awaits in the on-deck circle. On the inside corner for strike 1. Five base hits thus far for the Jaguars. They lead it 4-3. Swung on. That was a wooden bat. I think it would have broken as it goes off the end and foul down the third base side. The count goes full here to Wanhanen with 2 outs in the top of the 4th. Curveball stays high. It's a walk. Wanhanen aboard for the 3rd time today. First walk issued by Smyers. So now the Jaguars have runners at the corners with 2 gone here in the top of the 4th. 1 run, the go-ahead run already across. As Wanhanen scored on an RBI single by Ryan Sloma. Jacobson. Casey Jacobson scored. Wanhanen's on first right now. And a throw over. Cox awaiting the first pitch from Smyers. Downstairs, Wanhanen takes off. He's going to be home safe. The throw is cut off. Coming home. Big collision by Sloma. And the catcher, Bluford, hangs on. Pelfrey all in the grill of the home plate umpire. Stolen base for Wanhanen. Sloma out at the plate, and that'll do it for the fourth. But the Jaguars jump back on top with a run scored on 2 base hits. No errors, 1 runner left. Halfway through the ball game, and it's been a dandy, folks. Flower Mound with a 4-3 lead on South Grand Prairie. We head to the bottom half of the 4th inning after these messages on Champion Sports Radio.
Stay up on all the latest news about the teams you care about and know when your favorite games are on the air thanks to Champion Sports Radio social media. Either follow @Champion Sports on Twitter or like our Facebook page at facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio, and you will know what time your game starts, who was named Player of the Week, or what your school's alumni are doing in college. That's on Twitter @Champion Sports and facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship social media.
Are you studying on your own for the SAT or ACT? Follow My Test Answers on Twitter and Facebook for free solutions to official test questions. Got a question of your own? Send a message to My Test Answers and get a response for free. Got more than one question? Don't worry, we'll answer those too. With over a decade of experience in helping students prepare for standardized tests, the experts at My Test Answers will get you the answers you want whenever you need it. My Test Answers, problems solved.
Take me out to the ball game.
Head to the bottom of the 4th. Flower Mound 4, South Grand Prairie 3. What a game 3 it has been. Jordan on the mounds. Starts it off the home half of the 4th inning. With the ball to David Olato. Olato, Ritter, and Aguilar due up here in the 4th. And it's now a 2-0 count. Olato, the 5'11", 165-pound junior, fly ball to left. First time up. Sends this one to left. Fading, foul, and out of play. 2-1 the count. Smokes another one to the left side of the field. This one on the ground, still foul. The count evens 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two-two pitch to Alada. In there, strike 3. Get him looking. Masterful job by Jordan there. Collect his 4th strikeout and the first out here in the 4th inning. So that'll bring up Bobby Ritter. Swings, check swing, foul, back to the screen for strike 1. This half inning of Jaguar baseball, sponsored in part by Syracuse Sausage, the best sausage in Texas. You can buy yours at the Jaguar concession stand at home games, and for road games, check out the Tailgate Crew. The pitch is swung on. Fair ball down the third base line. Beautiful throw by Millard to rob Ritter of a base hit. 5-3. What a gold star by that one, folks. Great defensive play by Tim Millard to the hot corner. Jags want to thank Syracuse Sausage for a 5-year partnership. Again, don't leave a Jaguar baseball game without getting your very own Syracuse Sausage at home, on the Jaguar Grill, or on the road as part of the Tailgate Crew. Doctor and I had a couple of the boudin today. Oh, my gosh. So good when it hits your lips. Syracuse Sausage. The best sausage in Texas. Aguilar takes a couple pitches. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the count is now 1-1. Jordan working quickly. Curveball, 12-6. But according to the home plate umpire, he didn't catch the outside part of the plate. Two-one. Swung on, popped up, and on top of the facade. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes. This half inning also brought to you in part by D-Bat Louisville, a premier climate-controlled baseball and softball academy with 10 cages and a fully stocked pro shop. Stop by the Academy tomorrow with your ticket from today's game and receive 75 free pitches from one of 3 pitching machines. Great job by Jordan fielding his position. 1-3 on the ground out. And it's a 1-2-3-4 for Jordan and the Jags. No runs, hits, errors, nobody left on base. The Warriors are sitting down in order. DBAT Louisville. Visit their website, dbatlouisville.com. That's DBAT Louisville, proud sponsor of Jaguar baseball. 4 full in the books. 4-3, Jags leading the Warriors. It's Game 3. It's win or go home time. We continue in a moment with playoff baseball from Quick Trip Park in Grand Prairie after this timeout on CSR TV.
Are you tired of only spending time as a family huddled around the TV? Would you like to enjoy some culture with your loved ones without breaking the bank? Then let me introduce you to the Greater Dallas Youth Orchestra. The GDYO provides music education and performance opportunities for musically talented youth, but this is no kids' concert. The GDYO comprises 7 different ensembles made up of over 425 talented musicians ages 8 to 18, representing more than 50 communities in North Texas. You won't believe how amazing these ensembles sound until you hear it for yourself. So join them for one of their concerts at the Meyerson Symphony Center or Dallas City Performance Hall. For more information on how to make a donation, as well as a listing of upcoming GDYO concerts, visit gdyo.org. And if you know a talented young musician interested in an unbelievable experience, auditions take place in the spring. Connect with the Greater Dallas Youth Orchestra on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and at gdyo.org.
Point of Origin Design is your one-stop shop for all your apparel, promotional, event, or team uniform needs. They offer a wide variety of printable and embroidered products. With competitive pricing and quality work, you can't go wrong with Point of Origin Design. Visit pointoforigindesign.com for more information. We head now to the top of the 5th. 2, 3, and 4 due up for the Jaguars. Cox, Andrews, and Weimer face off against Smyers, now pitching with the bases clean. That one comes in tight. And it's a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike to count to Cox, who reached a fielder's choice in the first, had a sacrifice fly RBI to center field in the third. Fouls that one back to the screen, and the count is 1-2. 300 average coming into the series. Pops this one high into the air. Maybe playable. First baseman Yancey is there to make the catch. Pop up in foul territory, the first baseman, Steven Yancey. And that'll be the first out here in the 5th. So that'll bring up the catcher, Mitch Andrews. 6 foot, 195-pound senior. 0 for 2 here in game number 3. Takes first pitch low and inside for ball 1. Greg Smyers beginning his first full inning of work, came on in relief last inning and served up a base hit to Sloma, bringing in Jacobson for what provides the difference in the ball game. Solid base hit there, only gobbled up by Aguilar, as almost everything is up the middle. Andrews retired 6-3. Good swing on that one. The human eraser Aguilar is there again to take a hit away from the Jaguars.
Yeah, there's really nothing you can do about that. He's just a human vacuum up there. Just everything he gets, he plays it cleanly, has a strong arm to get it to first.
First pitch in there for strike 1 to Sean Weimer. Weimer singled back in the third. Ended up stealing second, but was stranded there. That one tails off under the knees for a ball, 1-1 the count. Bobby Ritter in left field. JT Jackson in center. David Alada over in right. Playing fairly straight away against Weimer. Swings and drives it, base hit back up through the box. Jaguars getting the bat on the ball with authority. As long as it avoids these talented defenders for South Grand Prairie, they're getting on base. Weimer now 2 for 3 here in game number 3. Both base hits have come with 2 outs. So now it's up to Millard to try to get something going here in the 5th. First pitch swung on, one hopper right back. Smyers underhand toss to Yancey at first. Nice casual play and a very good defensive one there by the pitcher, Smyers. In the 5th, no runs and a hit. No errors, 1 runner left, 4.5 in the books. Jaguars continue to lead 4-3. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. After these messages on CSR TV.
There's a time and a place for everything.
As you'll see, projections for the next quarter are...
He shoots, he scores! 2 points for Team Middle Management.
The office is not one of them.
Jack, can I see you in my office?
No pouting, it's your ball. Let's see what you got.
But Whirly Ball is. For corporate events, team building, and private parties, Whirly Ball in Hearst and Plano is electric fun. Test your skills on the arcade games. Zip around in your Whirly Bug for a Whirly Ball competition. Or play the most affordable laser tag in the city. Learn more at whirlyball.info.
If you're a basketball parent or coach, you need StatGeek, the simplest way to keep stats ever created. Our easy-to-use iPad app turns anyone into a professional statistician, and all they have to do is simply follow the ball. Produce full and accurate box scores and play-by-play reports. Send accurate stats out to your fans, media, or recruiters. It's sports statistic collection redefined. StatGeek is available right now in the iPad App Store for just $4.99, and there are team fundraising opportunities available as well. On the web at statgeek.com. StatGeek, keep your eye on the ball.
What a ball game we have for you here from Quick Trip Park. 4-3, Flower Mound leading South Grand Prairie in Game 3 of this best of 3 series. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Warriors will send up 8, 9, and 1. Durain, Jackson, Vasquez due up to face off against Seth Jordan. He's thrown 43 pitches in 4 innings. 36 of them for strikes. That's right, folks. 36 strikes thrown, 7 balls. Did allow 3 runs, 2 of them earned, though, in the 3rd. Once again, he's got a lead. First pitch, Birain grounds it to his opposite third baseman, Millard. To Hopper, easily scooped up. Throw over, beats him. Birain, who led off the 3rd with a single and started the scoring party for the Warriors, is retired here in the 5th. And with 1 gone, that'll bring up the 9-hole hitting J.T. Jackson. Junior likewise singled in the 3rd. Came around to score the 2nd of 3 runs for South Grand Prairie. Off speed. Didn't catch the zone. That's ball 1. That one's in there. Strike 1. I want to thank AOS Engineering, a proud sponsor of Jaguar Baseball. They're a commercial, mechanical, electrical, and plumbing engineering firm based in Plano. They're registered in multiple states and provide engineering services for multiple types of projects. Call 214-423-3030 or visit aos-engineering.com to see how they can help you on your next project. AOS, providing exceptional engineering services without compromising integrity. 1-2, swung on and fought off foul down the third base line by Jackson. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes. Ground ball left side, backhanded by Jacobson. The throw over, not in time. Boy, Jackson is quick. And I knew it was going to be tough. That was really driven deep into the hole and way over close to the third base line. That's a one-out infield single for Jackson. The lineup will now reset, and Julian Vasquez will step to the plate.
Nothing more Jacobson could have done there. He slid over to stop it from going and just threw a blur to first base that missed by half a step. He nearly had him.
Great play, though, with the speed of Jackson. It wasn't meant to be. Jordan starts off. Vasquez with an off-speed pitch. Curveball misses outside. Ball one. I don't think our home plate umpire likes curveballs, Doc.
It doesn't seem like everything's so close. And maybe from our vantage point, maybe I'm not quite seeing exactly what he's seeing. But
fastball popped up center field. Juan Hanan ranging to his right. It's underneath it. He'll make the catch. 2 gone here in the home half of the 5th.
But to finish that curveball thought, if he's missing, he ain't missing by much.
This half inning of Jaguar baseball brought to you in part by Dr. Richard J. Martin, a board-certified oral and maxillofacial surgeon conveniently located in Louisville for over 10 years. Dr. Martin specializes in the removal of wisdom teeth, placement of dental implants, and he has an in-office 3D cone beam scanner. Also files most dental insurances. So call his office 972-434-0050 to set up a consultation. Dr. Richard J. Martin, proud sponsor of Jaguar baseball. Throw over. Seth always does a good job. Of course, as a lefty, it makes it easier to keep guys close over at first base. One 1-0 pitch. Nope. Throw over to first. Keeping Jackson close. Jackson 12 stolen bases in 15 attempts this year as the pitch finds a home in the zone. Counts 1-1 to the pitcher, Smyers. 1 for 2 in the game. Had an RBI single in the third. Came around to score what was then game-tying run at 3. There goes the runner. Andrews throw in time. Tag applied. No, he's safe. The ball comes out of the glove of Jacobson.
Much better throw there by Mitch than the last few he's had. Just when Jacobson went for the tag, it popped out of his glove.
2-1 pitch from Jordan to Smyers. On the outside corner. Great frame job by Mitch. 2-2. Bottom of the 5th. Flower Mound leading it 4-3. Deuce is wild. Runner on second. 2 outs. And a 2-2 count for the Warriors pitcher, Smyers. Pitch misses outside. So Mitch is fired up. He really wanted that call. Didn't get it.
So he wanted it. The entire Flower Mound section of fans wanted it. Even all his teammates on the bench, they all started hanging over the rail in disgust.
In there, strike 3. Jordan got him looking. Smyers was taken off for first base. Home plate umpire rings him up.
And a strikeout closes out the home half of the 5th for the Warriors. In the 5th, no runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left. 5 strikeouts in the game now for Jordan. And we have completed 5 full innings here at Quick Trip Park. Flower Mound 4, South Grand Prairie 3. 2 innings left. The winner advances to play Mansfield. The loser's season is done. Back to Quick Trip Park after these messages on Champion Sports Radio.
Stay up on all the latest news about the teams you care about and know when your favorite games are on the air thanks to Champion Sports Radio social media. Either follow @Champion Sports on Twitter or like our Facebook page at facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio, and you will know what time your game starts, who was named Player of the Week, or what your school's alumni are doing in college. That's on Twitter @Champion Sports and facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio. Your home for championship social media.
Hey, what does this word make you think of? Tchaikovsky.
Gesundheit. So what's the word?
No, that is the word.
You lost me.
All right, who's Martha Graham?
She invented the graham cracker. Before her, there was only soda crackers.
Maybe they're not getting enough art. Kids who participate in the arts do better in school and in life. To learn more, visit AmericansForTheArts.org, because all kids should get to appreciate Tchaikovsky's music and Martha Graham's dance. Art. Ask for more. A public service message brought to you by Americans for the Arts and the Ad Council.
This half inning brought to you in part by the Texas Sticks Baseball Club. They're an organization of select teams with a common goal of player development. The Sticks program is designed to help athletes move on to play collegiate-level baseball through hard work and exposure by playing at the highest level of competitive baseball. Visit TexasSticks.com for more information. That's TexasStix.com. Texas Sticks Baseball Club, proud sponsor, Jaguar Baseball. To the top of the sixth we go. 6, 7, 8, Hill, Jacobson, and Sloma due up. Lefty Smyers still on for the Warriors. First pitch outside, ball one. Since coming on in relief in the fourth inning, Smyers has now thrown 24 pitches, 14 of them for strikes. Can't find the zone either. 2-0 the count. He surrendered 2 base hits, walked one batter, but other than that, he's managed to move through unscathed. The run that came across while he was on was the first batter he faced in Sloma, driving in Jacobson. But that runner charged to Yancey. Two one. Low and outside. 3-1 now the count. Great hitters count here for Noah Hill. Three for 8 in the series is Noah. 3-1 swung on, chopper up the middle. Aguilar's got it. Clockwork every time that kid makes the play. 6-3 ground out, first out here in the top of the sixth. So that'll bring up the shortstop, Jacobson, who doubled with 1 out in the fourth and was brought home on the hit by Sloma. And that is the 1-run difference right now in the game. Boy, that one almost comes in and hits him. Jacobson mad that he didn't stand his ground and take his base. 3 runs in the top of the third for the Jaguars. Warriors roared right back with 3 in the bottom half of the frame. And then Jacobson running the top of the fourth. That's all the scoring we've had, 4-3. Jacobson pops this one to the right side of the infield, scooped up by Vasquez. And he can say, hey, I'm pretty good defensively too. He tosses over to Yancey. 4-3 ground out, second out here in the sixth. So here comes the designated hitter, Sloma, who has had himself a ball game tonight. 2 for 2, an RBI and a run scored in 2 plate appearances. Goes up empty on the first swing for strike 1 against the lefty, Smyers. In fact, his RBI single, as we were just talking about, gave the Jaguars a lead that they still currently enjoy. That was off of Smyers. First batter that he faced. Swung on to left field. Left fielder's underneath it. Ritter makes the catch. 1-2-3 inning. The Warriors set the Jags down in order. No runs, hits, errors, nobody left on base. Second 1-2-3 inning of the night for South Grand Prairie. We head to the bottom of the sixth. Flower Mound is 6 defensive outs away from advancing to the third round of the playoffs and taking on Mansfield. They lead at 4-3. Back to Quick Trip Park after these messages on CSR TV.
Do you need a boost in exposure? Want to reach local, community-minded folks with information about your business? Join the Champion Sports Radio team and advertise during these games. In the last 4 years, Champion Sports Radio has broadcast over 600 games for more than 3.5 million listeners. And Champion Sports Radio wants to help you use major high school sports to reach thousands of local fans right in your community. It's also a way for your business to give back to the community by helping all these well-deserving student-athletes get some recognition for their accomplishments. The cost simply can't be beat for the effect it will have. You get a lot of bang for your buck, and best of all, it provides an opportunity for the best advertisement of all, word of mouth. To secure your prime commercial spot during the broadcast, contact Thomas Lee at Champion Sports Radio by phone at 972-741-0334. That's 972-741-0334 or online at championsportsradio.com. Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship broadcast.
We head to the bottom of the sixth. Seth Jordan out there to begin his sixth full inning of work. Face off against 3, 4, and 5 in the Warrior lineup. Patrick Clifford, first baseman Steven Yancey, and then David Alata, the right fielder. 3, 4, 5 due up. 2-0 pitch, foul back to the facade for strike one of the at-bat. In fact, bounce all the way out back onto the field. Had to be tracked down. 2-1 now from Jordan to Clifford. Turns and drives this one. Foul down the third base line. Count even 2-2. Clifford, .250 average on the year. A home run. Drove in his 17 RBI back in the third inning. He is 1 for 2. Singled in the first. Had the RBI sac fly to left in the third. Curveball. Evidently outside. Count is full, 3-2. Fought off foul again. And Clifford stays alive. Important out here for Jordan to lead off the sixth. 3-2. In there, strike three, got him looking. 6 Ks now for Jordan. And a big first down in the sixth. Gotta say, we may not agree with the strike zone that's there, but he's doing a good job of making it consistent. Against right-handed batters, that inside corner has been a strike, but outside, he hasn't given that outside edge much at all. So it's been the same consistently from the first now through the sixth.
Yeah, I mean, if it's going to go that way, at least he's being, we may not like it, but at least he's being consistent about it.
0-1 ground back to the mound. Jordan underhand toss to Weimer. 1-3, 2 outs here in the sixth. This half inning of Jaguar baseball brought to you in part by Ana Mia's, a proud sponsor. Treat yourself to more than 50 menu choices from the classic to the creative Mexican dish. Ana Mia's is the best Mexican restaurant in Flower Mound and a top Dallas caterer. Conveniently located at 1900 Long Prairie Road, Ana Mia's is open Sunday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. And tonight they're open until 10:30. Remember, everybody goes home happy after eating at Ana Mia's. Yancey retired, ground ball back to the mound. First baseman goes back to the dugout, and now David Alata, the right fielder, steps up. 0 for 2. Takes a strike to even the count at 1-1. Jordan fires, foul back. Jordan a strike away from cruising through the sixth. Foul back to the screen. And Alata stays alive. .218 average on the year, 2 home runs, 14 driven in for Alata. Just a piece. Right there is a picture-perfect example of a defensive swing. And it works. He stays alive. Lefty Jordan gets a sign from Andrews. 1-2, swung on and driven to left field. Ranging back is Cox. He looks up. It's off the wall. Boy, that thing was close to tying the game. Alada has a 2-out double instead here in the home half of the sixth. And Coach Pelfrey is over. They're trying to discuss see if it was a home run or not. I think Pelfrey just wants to make sure the third base umpire saw it and didn't just assume it bounced off the wall. Could have easily have hit one of the backs of the chairs and popped over. There's a Flower Mound fan over there pointing at the wall to where it hits. From where it's pointing, he was probably 2 or 3 feet away. Love it. Love the enthusiasm of high school baseball. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the sixth, runner on second. Bobby Ritter steps to the plate. Ritter, a 174 average coming into the series. Had his 4th RBI in Game 1. Scored the first South Grand Prairie run in Game 2. Our first game today is what I meant. Ritter, though, 0 for 2 here in game number 3 against Jordan. Great defensive play by Millard. Took away a base hit back in the 4th. That one's high and tight. 2-0 the count. The Let's Go Bobby chants for Bobby Ritter from the Warrior fans here in attendance at Quick Trip Park. 2-0, that one's inside as well. 3 balls and no strikes. B.J. Myers, who threw 93 pitches in Game 2 of the series, our first game today, is getting loose in the Jaguar bullpen. Jordan's 3-0. Automatic in there. Look back to second to check Alada. Pitch is swung on and fought off foul first base side. The count is now full. After 3-0, Jordan's worked it back to a full count. Two outs here in the bottom of the sixth. Swung on, back to the screen. Ritter stays alive. Paul Aguilar, the shortstop, in the on-deck circle. Jordan would like to leave him there, so it'd be 7, 8, and 9 in the 7th. Alada on second, 2 outs. Here's the 3-2. Curveball, chopped back. Jordan fields it. Everybody's safe. Infield single puts runners at the corners with 2 outs.
Similar to what happened to Weimer in Game 2, just a little out of his reach, hits the top end of the glove. And credit to Seth, he got there very quickly.
Coach Wallace out to the mound to talk to the entire infield.
And Thomas, this is decision time here. I'm sure he's asking Seth right now, hey, do you want to get this last one? I know, so you say we saw BJ was getting ready, was warming up, and it looks like he's ready to go. But I'm sure it's a gut check. We've seen him have that happen before where he's gone to his pitcher and says, hey, I'm going to leave this decision up to you. Do you want it or not?
Seth staying in. He's gotten Aguilar twice today on a 3-pitch strikeout in the second and a 1-2 ground out back to the mound in the fourth.
That may be why he stays in, playing the percentages against his hitter.
Aguilar, 284 average coming in. Drove in his 9th and 10th RBIs back in the first inning of Game 2 of this series. Curveball, high and outside, ball 1. Alada on third, Ritter on first. 2 outs here, bottom of the 6th. Jaguars clinging to a 4-3 lead. That one can't find the zone. 2-0 the count. High drama here at Quick Trip Park. Pumps the fastball in for a strike. 2-1 now to Aguilar. Ritter 0 for 1 in stolen bases this season over at first. Curveball. Not a strike, according to our home plate umpire. And that's a pitch when Seth is really rolling that he gets that call from the home plate umpire. Not getting it today. Swung on, driven to right field. Ranging back, Shimankevich underneath it makes the catch, and the Jaguars dodge a bullet here in the 6th. In the 6th inning, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, both left. We head to the 7th. Jaguars leading it 4-3 over the South Grand Prairie Warriors. It all comes down to this, folks. The winner advances, the loser's season is done. Back to Quick Trip Park after these messages on Champion Sports Radio.
Many heart conditions can be fixed, but many of us don't know we have a problem until it's too late. On April 2, 2009, Zachary Schraw, a 16-year-old sophomore offensive lineman, died of sudden cardiac arrest, the #1 cause of death among student athletes. Like so many SCA victims, Zach had no heart issues, nor did anyone in his family. If Zach had an echocardiogram, he might have been able to avoid suffering a condition that takes 10,000 of our youth each year. In his memory, Living for Zachary was formed to try and prevent SCA from taking the lives of youth everywhere. Join in the fight today and stop the silent killer of SCA by scheduling your young athlete for an echocardiogram, a procedure that can detect any heart issue with 99% accuracy. For more information, visit www.livingforzachary.org. That's living4zachary.org, and let your heart be heard.
Head to the top of the 7th. Flower Mound 4, South Grand Prairie 3. This is Game 3 of the best of 3 area round series, the second round of the playoffs. Winner advances to take on Mansfield. Loser's season is done here in the 7th. The final inning in regulation. It'll be 9-1-2 due up for the Jaguars. Shimankevich, Wanhanen, and Cox. First pitch in there for strike 1. Smyers is retired. 6 of the last 7 he's faced. Boy, Shimmy puts a good swing on this one. Pops it up high into the air, though. Center fielder calls everybody off. Jackson with the catch, and there's one gone here in the top of the 7th. This half inning of Jaguar Baseball brought to you by Rapid Med Urgent Care in Highland Village, a family-owned business delivering the best, most convenient medical care to friends and neighbors. Range of services include primary care to urgent care, immunizations, school and sports physicals, and so much more. Rapid Med is proud to provide the latest in concussion management through its IMPACT program via the Texas Health Sports Network. Visit rapidmed.com for more information. Wanhanen first pitch swinging, ground ball right down the line to the first baseman. Yancey Field steps on the bag, 3 unassisted. And there are 2 gone here in the 7th. Peeking ahead to the bottom half of the frame. It'll be 8, 9, and 1. 2 up for Dennis Pelfrey and the South Grand Prairie Warriors. So with 2 gone, here's Cox. Takes first pitch for strike 1. Figured that was a take sign coming as Shimankevich and Wanhanen both retired on a collective total of 3 pitches. That one comes inside and is a strike, to the dismay of Skylar Cox and the Flower Mound fans here in attendance as well. Well, heck, probably those of you watching at home probably thought that wasn't a strike either. 0-2 outside. I think hit the left-handed batter's box, and gotta love Zane Bluford. He's trying to frame it like, look, I got it. It's right here on the edge. Ball 2 strikes. Smyers working quickly. Downstairs, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here, top of the 7th. This is outside, full count. Again, Jaguars batting top of the 7th, leading it 4-3. Payoff pitch from Smyers. Swung on, popped up, foul territory, may be playable. Almost an outstanding diving catch by Bluford. Boy, that kid gave everything he had. Just couldn't quite come up with it. What a play, what an attempt by Zane Bluford. That was me behind the plate. There'd be no chance. I would just would have watched it fall to the ground. I probably couldn't have got anywhere close to that thing. We'll do 3-2 again with 2 outs. Outside, ball 4. Second walk for Smyers. Warrior fans don't like it, but that pitch has been a ball throughout the entire contest. So a 2-out base runner and Skylar Cox standing at first base, and now Mitch Andrews will take off the catcher's gear. Step in. From the right side against the left-hander Smyers. First pitch swung on. Hot shot to third. He goes to second for the force. Fielder's choice 5-4. That'll do it in the 7th. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. 6.5 in the books. We are 1/2 inning away from determining who will play Mansfield in the 3rd round of the playoffs. Jaguars lead at 4-3. Warriors will set up 8, 9, and 1 in the lineup when we return here to Quick Trip Park after these messages on Champion Sports Radio.
Do you need a boost in exposure? Want to reach local, community-minded folks with information about your business? Join the Champion Sports Radio team and advertise during these games. In the last 4 years, Champion Sports Radio has broadcast over 600 games for more than 3.5 million listeners. And Champion Sports Radio wants to help you use major high school sports to reach thousands of local fans right in your community. It's also a way for your business to give back to the community by helping all these well-deserving student-athletes get some recognition for their accomplishments. The cost simply can't be beat for the effect it will have. You get a lot of bang for your buck, and best of all, it provides an opportunity for the best advertisement of all, word of mouth. To secure your prime commercial spot during the broadcast, contact Thomas Lee at Champion Sports Radio by phone at 972-741-0334. That's 972-741-0334 or online at championsportsradio.com. Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship broadcast.
And welcome back to Quick Trip Park. This is what it's all about, folks. Bottom of the 7th. Flower Mound 4, South Grand Prairie 3. Warriors will send the 8-9-1 spots in the lineup to the plate. Seth Jordan out there trying to close out a complete game victory. Send the Jags on to the third round of the playoffs to take on Mansfield. But he'll start off with a pinch hitter. Christian Rodriguez, the 5'5", 130-pound freshman, will lead things off. Saw him as a courtesy runner earlier in the series. What a spot for a freshman, though, here. Trailing by a run. Both skippers and the home plate umpire checking their paperwork. Rodriguez, no hits and 5 at-bats at the varsity level. Does have an RBI, 4 runs scored. Struck out twice, 2 stolen bases in 2 attempts. He will lead things off, and it looks like J.T. Jackson will hit next as he is in the on-deck circle. First pitch from Jordan in there, strike 1. Swung on, right back to us. 0-2 the count. This half inning of Jaguar baseball sponsored by Kohl's. You can expect great things from Kohl's and the Kohl's Cares Community Volunteer Program. Kohl's, a proud 5-year sponsor of Flower Mound Jaguar baseball. As has been the case this entire contest, the curveball on the outside corner to right-handed hitters is a ball, so the count is 1-2. Rodriguez swings, fouls it back to the screen. And Jordan still has a 1-2 count. Myers warming up in the bullpen in case Jordan needs to tag him in. Bounces in, 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. Jamison Hanna has come on to play in left field. Connor Wanhanen is in center. Stefan Shimankevich over in right. Swung on, popped up high into the air, and it's going to get out of play. Caught by a fan in the Jaguar section. Big round of applause. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes to the leadoff Warrior here in the 7th. Got to tip your cap to South Grand Prairie, how they have battled back here today. Fouled right back to the screen. And how they continue to battle here in the 7th. Just down a run. Season on the line. Freshman Rodriguez showing great eye-hand coordination, fouling off these pitches. Can't get to that one, though. Swing and a miss. 7 strikeouts for Seth Jordan. Tim Millard is at third. Casey Jacobson, the shortstop. Second base, Noah Hill. Sean Weimer over at first. And up steps Jackson, takes first pitch fastball high for ball 1. J.T. Jackson has had himself a game. 2 for 2. Singled and scored in the 3rd, single stranded in the 5th. Fastball evens the count 1-1. Battery once again, Mitch Andrews behind the plate. Seth Jordan on the mound. Curveball outside, 2-1. This is the 95th pitch of the night coming up here for Jordan. Foul back to the screen. Count 2-2. "69 of the 95 pitches have been strikes here in game number 3. For the left-hander headed to West Virginia, Seth Jordan. 2-2, swing and a miss. Ball gets away. Andrews up with it. Throw down to Weimer, completes the strikeout. Swinging strikeout, 2-3 on the putout. 8 Ks now for Jordan. And the Warriors are down to their final outs.
Everyone standing on the Flower Mound side.
Jaguar fans helping out. There is one more out left, standing between Flower Mound and the third round of the playoffs. Got a pinch hitter, Corey Loftus. 5'9", 180-pound senior, signed to go play with Oklahoma Wesleyan. Pinch hitting his first appearance of the series. First pitch from Jordan, ball 1.
Outfielders for the Jags are playing deep for no overhead. You saw Coach Wallace give it a signal, nothing over your head, nothing over your head.
Loftus comes up empty on the swing there, 1-1 the count. This half inning of Jaguar baseball brought to you in part by Flower Mound Chiropractic in the office of Dr. Nick Ponomarenko. Proud sponsor of Flower Mound Baseball. The office is just behind right center field at 3121 Cross Timbers Road, Suite 100. He's accepting new patients and all forms of insurance. Visit his website, flowermoundchiropractic.com, for more information. One more strike. It's a ball outside, 2-2 the count. Corey Loftus digs in from the right side. The lefty, the old man, Seth Jordan, ready to fire. 2-2 pitch. Swung on, popped up down the right field line, fading foul, and out of play. Shimminkevich ran into the bullpen area there for the Warriors. I'm not sure if he would have caught that over there, what would have happened. Can you scale into the stands to make a catch? We'll never know. Swung on and popped up. This is playable. Hill calling everybody off. Noah's under it. He makes the catch. The Jaguars have advanced to the third round of the playoffs with a tough, hard-fought series win over the South Grand Prairie Warriors. Final score here in game number 3. Jaguars win it 4-3 and advance to play Mansfield next week. In the 7th, no runs, hits, errors, nobody left. It's a complete game victory for Seth Jordan. And the Jags punch their ticket to the third round of the playoffs. What a ball game, what a series, what a 6 games the Jaguars have played here in the playoffs. Every one of them memorable, every one of them nail-biting. And the playoff run will live for at least one more week. Let's get your final score. 4-3, Jags win it. Step aside for a break. We'll get the thoughts of Danny Wallace, head coach of the Jaguars. We'll give you final statistics, all that and more. We continue in a moment here from Quick Trip Park. Final score once again here in game number 3. Jags win it 4-3. Be back after these messages on CSR TV.
This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by Champion Sports Radio. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use of the audio stream, and any and all other use of the accounts of this broadcast without the direct written consent and permission of Champion Sports Radio is strictly prohibited. All rights are reserved by Champion Sports Radio and ChampionSportsRadio.com. This is a presentation of Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship broadcasts.
There's a time and a place for everything.
As you'll see, projections for the next quarter are...
He shoots, he scores! 2 points for team middle management.
The office is not one of them.
Jack, can I see you in my office?
No pouting, it's your ball. Let's see what you got.
But Whirly Ball is. For corporate events, team building, and private parties, Whirly Ball in Hearst and Plano is electric fun. Test your skills on the arcade games. Zip around in your Whirly Bug for a Whirly Ball competition. Or play the most affordable laser tag in the city. Learn more at whirlyball.info.
Are you studying on your own for the SAT or ACT? Follow My Test Answers on Twitter and Facebook for free solutions to official test questions. Got a question of your own? Send a message to My Test Answers and get a response for free. Got more than one question? Don't worry, we'll answer those too. With over a decade of experience in helping students prepare for standardized tests, the experts at My Test Answers will get you the answers you want whenever you need it. My Test Answers, problems solved.
Many heart conditions can be fixed, but many of us don't know we have a problem until it's too late. On April 2, 2009, Zachary Schraw, a 16-year-old sophomore offensive lineman, died of sudden cardiac arrest, the number one cause of death among student athletes. Like so many SCA victims, Zach had no heart issues, nor did anyone in his family. If Zach had an echocardiogram, he might have been able to avoid suffering a condition that takes 10,000 of our youth each year. In his memory, Living for Zachary was formed to try and prevent SCA from taking the lives of youth everywhere. Join in the fight today and stop the silent killer of SCA by scheduling your young athlete for an echocardiogram, a procedure that can detect any heart issue with 99% accuracy. For more information, visit www.livingforzachary.org. That's living4zachary.org, and let your heart be heard.
Are you tired of only spending time as a family huddled around the TV? Would you like to enjoy some culture with your loved ones without breaking the bank? Then let me introduce you to the Greater Dallas Youth Orchestra. The GDYO provides music education and performance opportunities for musically talented youth, but this is no kids' concert. The GDYO comprises 7 different ensembles made up of over 425 talented musicians ages 8 to 18, representing more than 50 communities in North Texas. You won't believe how amazing these ensembles sound until you hear it for yourself. So join them for one of their concerts at the Meyerson Symphony Center or Dallas City Performance Hall. For more information on how to make a donation, as well as a listing of upcoming GDYO concerts, visit gdyo.org. And if you know a talented young musician interested in an unbelievable experience, auditions take place in the spring. Connect with the Greater Dallas Youth Orchestra on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and at gdyo.org.
Hey, what does this word make you think of? Tchaikovsky.
Gesundheit. So what's the word?
No, that is the word.
You lost me.
All right, who's Martha Graham?
She invented the graham cracker. Before her, there was only soda crackers.
Maybe they're not getting enough art. Kids who participate in the arts do better in school and in life. To learn more, visit AmericansForTheArts.org, because all kids should get to appreciate Tchaikovsky's music and Martha Graham's dance. Art. Ask for more. A public service message brought to you by Americans for the Arts and the Ad Council.
Are you tired of only spending time as a family huddled around the TV? Would you like to enjoy some culture with your loved ones without breaking the bank? Then let me introduce you to the Greater Dallas Youth Orchestra. The GDYO provides music education and performance opportunities for musically talented youth, but this is no kids' concert. The GDYO comprises 7 different ensembles made up of over 425 talented musicians ages 8 to 18, representing more than 50 communities in North Texas. You won't believe how amazing these ensembles sound until you hear it for yourself. So join them for one of their concerts at the Meyerson Symphony Center or Dallas City Performance Hall. For more information on how to make a donation, as well as a listing of upcoming GDYO concerts, visit gdyo.org. And if you know a talented young musician interested in an unbelievable experience, auditions take place in the spring. Connect with the Greater Dallas Youth Orchestra on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and at gdyo.org.
And welcome down here to the field of Quick Trip Park. Jaguars with a hard-fought Game 3 victory, 4-3 the final in this one. Thomas Lee now joined by the head coach of the Flower Mound Jaguars, Danny Wallace. And talk about an outpour of emotion here on the Jaguars side of things. I've seen so many cheers and screams and yells. Just talk a little bit about what it means to you guys to get this victory in advance of the third round.
Well, I guess we ran the gamut of emotions today. We get down early and just couldn't quite come back, and then all of a sudden we're faced with a Game 3, and there's that sense of panic, back at the same field last year where it happened, and it's just natural to think about those things. And I didn't know what to expect. I knew they were going to compete, but you just don't know, I think the hardest thing our program's trying to learn is to deal with adversity. They dealt with it last week and were successful, and dealt with it again today and were successful, and I think that's signs of a program growing up.
I'd like to point out I didn't mention once that this was Game 3 in the same place as last year. You were the first one to bring it up on the broadcast. But let's talk a little bit about the guys' approach coming to the plate. Yancey started off pitching so well for them, and then all of a sudden you guys started chipping away a little bit. You threw up that 3 spot, and I thought that was a great show by this team of going, okay, I know that the season's on the line right here. Let's just go up and do what coaches have been telling us to do all season long, and they were successful.
Yeah, we hit the fastball really good in the middle of the ball game, and then they made the change to the lefty, and we hit him hard too. Hit some balls right at him. They made a lot of good plays on defense, and we were told they would kick the ball around. I haven't seen that yet. So, and their kids played great. Coach Tidwell from Belton told me that they had scouted them and thought that they played a little bit over their heads against them last week, and I think maybe they just got hot because they played well against us too.
They had an outstanding series, and no more time was that evident than when they answered your 3 runs at the top of the inning with 3 in the bottom to tie it. But I thought that's when the character of the Jaguars really shone through. You guys answered right back.
Yeah, we did. We get they take the 3-run lead right back away from us, and on a really gutsy bunt. And then we come right back in the bottom half of our lineup and go get a run. And and then Seth's out there and Seth did not have his stuff tonight. That was not Seth that we're used to seeing, but it was the gutsy 4-year veteran that's not phased. And and I had guys over here in the dugout, BJ and Kyle, begging me to throw the 6th and 7th inning, and we let BJ at least warm up and thought about it a little bit, but Seth wasn't going to have it.
The old man just wasn't going to give up the ball tonight, was he? No matter how much he got squeezed at the plate, the curveball that almost always snaps in for strikes, not getting those calls tonight. So he just went back to probably the first pitch he learned to throw. The fastball was locating so well, was able to get out of jams with it.
Yeah, he did. He had to use the fastball. It was a tight zone, and it moved around for both teams, all 3 games, quite honestly. So it's about gutting out W's this time of the year, and we got it done.
So now a big exhale. You get to celebrate for a day, but I'm sure preparations are already in place because the Tigers have been waiting around since Thursday to figure out which of these 2 teams they were going to face. I know you were out here scouting Thursday. Can you give us just a little taste of a preview of what's coming next weekend?
Well, we saw them play, and they have good tradition, and they when I watched them play here the other night, they looked very poised. Against Coppell and hit the ball well and ran. They look like a really well-coached club, and we'll get some more information. We didn't do anything other than scout that one game, and we certainly didn't spend any time this weekend trying to find out about them because they're not going to jinx us like that. So we'll get on the phone and get some information from anybody that wants to share and put it together with what we saw and see what we can do.
Do me a favor, though. Enjoy this for at least a few hours.
Well, tonight.
It's hard-fought. Nothing is easy with this team, including 2 series wins. Congratulations on advancing to the 3rd round. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Danny Wallace, the head coach of the Flower Mound Jaguars. Come back to Quick Trip Park. Wrap things up. 4-3. Unbelievable Game 3 in the books. Jaguars advancing to the 3rd round. We'll be back to wrap things up after these messages on CSR TV.
There's a time and a place for everything.
As you'll see, projections for the next quarter are...
He shoots, he scores! 2 points for team middle management.
The office is not one of them.
Jack, can I see you in my office?
No pouting, it's your ball. Let's see what you got.
But Whirly Ball is. For corporate events, team building, and private parties, Whirly Ball in Hearst and Plano is electric fun. Test your skills on the arcade games. Zip around in your Whirly Bug for a Whirly Ball competition. Or play the most affordable laser tag in the city. Learn more at whirlyball.info.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention estimates that nearly 4 million brain injuries occur every year due to sports in the U.S. They also estimate that 70% of concussions go unreported. Not identifying concussions early can be devastating, especially if the athlete continues to play with symptoms. Catching hard hits fast is critical, and that's why you need the Shockbox Helmet Impact Sensor. The Shockbox is a small sensor that easily attaches to most football, lacrosse, and hockey helmets and instantly sends a signal to a smartphone on the sidelines when the player has taken a hard hit that puts them at higher risk for injury. The free app receives data from the sensor, displays information about the impact, and even walks the user through a concussion assessment. The app also logs symptom and impact data for future medical use. Visit ShopboxDFW.com to learn more about the Shockbox Impact Alert Sensor and determine if it is the right option for your child. Be warned instantly when a player has experienced a head impact that could result in a concussion. Visit ShockboxDFW.com today. ShockboxDFW.com.
Are you looking for a way to promote your business or increase exposure? Do you just need more people to know that you're there? Join the Champion Sports Radio team and advertise during these games. In the last 4 years, Champion Sports Radio has broadcast over 600 games to more than 3.5 million listeners. And Champion Sports Radio wants to help you use major high school sports to reach thousands of local fans right in your community. Think about it. Die-hard fans just like you tune in each and every week, giving your business unparalleled access to the community. It's the perfect way for smaller individually owned businesses to cultivate a core clientele or expand their already loyal customer base. To secure your prime commercial spot during the broadcast, contact Thomas Lee at Champion Sports Radio by phone at 972-741-0334. That's 972-741-0334 or online at ChampionSportsRadio.com. Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship broadcast.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention estimates that nearly 4 million brain injuries occur every year due to sports in the U.S. They also estimate that 70% of concussions go unreported. Not identifying concussions early can be devastating, especially if the athlete continues to play with symptoms. Catching hard hits fast is critical, and that's why you need the Shockbox Helmet Impact Sensor. The Shockbox is a small sensor that easily attaches to most football, lacrosse, and hockey helmets and instantly sends a signal to a smartphone on the sidelines when the player has taken a hard hit that puts them at higher risk for injury. The free app receives data from the sensor, displays information about the impact, and even walks the user through a concussion assessment. The app also logs symptom and impact data for future medical use. Visit ShopboxDFW.com to learn more about the Shockbox Impact Alert Sensor and determine if it is the right option for your child. Be warned instantly when a player has experienced a head impact that could result in a concussion. Visit ShockboxDFW.com today. ShockboxDFW.com.
Are you looking for a way to promote your business or increase exposure? Do you just need more people to know that you're there? Join the Champion Sports Radio team and advertise during these games. In the last 4 years, Champion Sports Radio has broadcast over 600 games to more than 3.5 million listeners. And Champion Sports Radio wants to help you use major high school sports to reach thousands of local fans right in your community. Think about it. Die-hard fans just like you tune in each and every week, giving your business unparalleled access to the community. It's the perfect way for smaller individually owned businesses to cultivate a core clientele or expand their already loyal customer base. To secure your prime commercial spot during the broadcast, contact Thomas Lee at Champion Sports Radio by phone at 972-741-0334. That's 972-741-0334 or online at ChampionSportsRadio.com. Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship broadcast.
Jaguar fans still dancing in the aisles, heading for the exits here at Quick Trip Park as the Jags avert disaster in a gutty Game 3 win over South Grand Prairie. 4-3 the final here in Game 3. The Jaguars take the series 2-1. Tip your cap to South Grand Prairie. This team is unbelievable. never say die, never quit attitude, and they battled until the very final strike. The very final out was earned. Winning pitcher today, Seth Jordan. 5-3 record turns into 6-3 with a complete game victory. 102 pitches thrown, 74 for strikes in 7 innings, surrendered 6 base hits, struck out 8, allowed 3 runs, only 2 of them earned. And as coach said, didn't even have his best stuff tonight. Gutty effort by the senior member of this pitching staff and of this team, Seth Jordan. So the record improves to 6-3 on the year. The losing pitcher, hard luck loser, is Stephen Yancey, the senior headed to Texas Wesleyan. Really pitched pretty well. 53 pitches thrown, 36 for strikes in 3 1/3 innings, surrendered 4 base hits, struck out 1, walked 2, allowed 4 runs, all earned, and was charged with a wild pitch. Greg Smyers came on in relief, the senior headed to Grayson. Finished off the Jaguars with 3 2/3 innings of some really good baseball. They hit the ball hard off of him, but never got it to find any openings. 2 hits surrendered and 2 walks. That's it. So he set him up, set him down, just about in order except for the 3 base runners. And that's pretty much it. Smyers closing it out 3 2/3 as he threw 43 pitches, 26 for strikes. So Yancey, the hard luck loser, his season ends 5-3 on the year for the senior. Seth Jordan gets the win to improve to 6-3 here in 2014. Time now to take a look at the individual numbers. We'll start off with South Grand Prairie. Julian Vasquez was 0 for 3 in the actually 0 for 2, had a sacrifice bunt in the 3rd. Corey Loftus hit for him and popped up to Noah Hill to end the ball game in the 7th. In the 2-hole, Greg Smyers 1 for 3, RBI single in the 3rd, came around to score the 3rd and final run in the 3-run 3rd inning for South Grand Prairie. In the 3 spot, Patrick Clifford, the designated hitter, 1 for 3 in the contest. Singled in the 1st, sacrifice fly RBI in the 3rd inning. Stephen Yancey, the pitcher turned first baseman, batted in the 4 spot, was 0 for 3 in the contest. Thomas Harden came on to run for him, stole 2nd, and then was picked off of that base to end the 3rd. David Alata in the 5-hole, 1 for 3 on the contest, double with 2 outs in the 6th, put a lot of pressure on Jordan, but was stranded there at 3rd base. Bobby Ritter, 1 for 3 likewise. He singled to put runners at the corners in that 6th inning. Before Seth Jordan was able to get Paul Aguilar to fly out to Shimankevich over in right field. 0 for 3 for Aguilar on the night. Mikey Birain, 1 for 2, singled and scored in the 3rd. Christian Rodriguez hit for him in the 7th, struck out swinging against Jordan. JT Jackson in the 9-hole, 2 for 3, good ball game for him. Singled and scored in the 3rd, infield single in the 5th, but struck out swinging in the 7th. All adds up to 3 runs on 7 hits. There was 1 Jaguar error and 4 men left aboard. Pretty good stuff for South Grand Prairie. Gutty, they're back against the wall all day long and had the big explosion in the 1st inning of Game 2 of this series earlier today. And then tonight, the big answer, the 3 runs to answer the 3 in the top of the 3rd scored by the Jaguars to pull it back even to a tie game, but just never could get over that hump as Flower Mound took the lead for good in the top of the 4th. Offensively for the Jaguars, Connor Wanhanen, he was 1 for 2, had a 2-run triple in the 3rd, scored a run in that frame as well. Walked in both the 1st and 4th innings and stole a base in each of those frames as well. Skylar Cox batting in the 2-hole. He was 0 for 3, but did reach on a fielder's choice and stole a base in the 1st inning. Sacrifice fly RBI to drive in Wanhanen in the 3rd. Did walk in the 7th. Mitch Andrews in the 3 spot, 0 for 4 tonight. Sean Weimer, 2 for 3 in the contest. Tim Millard, 0 for 3, batting 6. Noah Hill, 0 for 3, batting 7. Casey Jacobson, 1 for 3, doubled. Came around to score the game-winning run as he was driven in by Ryan Sloma. Sloma, DH, batting in the 8 spot, 2 for 3. 2 hits, singles in both the 3rd and 4th innings. Scored in the 3rd, drove in Jacobson in the 4th. So got the party started with the first run of the ballgame and drove in the final run of the series as well. And Stefan Shimankevich in the 9-hole. He was 0 for 2, but did work a walk in the 3rd, came around to score in the 3-run inning for the Jaguars. It all adds up. 4 runs on 6 hits for the Jaguars, and pretty good defense play by South Grand Prairie. No errors. Jaguars strand 5 runners in this contest. So it all adds up to an unbelievable series, and for the second straight week, Doctor, here we are, exhausted after an unbelievable, competitive, drama-filled 3-game series. And maybe this team keeps growing up and keeps fighting through adversity and keeps becoming a closer-knit team every single step of the way, because they're going to need it coming up here. As it'll be Mansfield up next week. We'll find out if it's a 1-game or 3-game series or what the deal is going on with that. But I tell you, it's going to be a heck of a ride, and it's not going to get any easier from here.
No, it's not, and this is what we would call the district champion top of the Region 1 bracket now. Now you got all district champions at the top. Martin and Southlake are going to go at it, and you've got Mansfield. It's, South Grand Prairie, give them a lot of credit. They dug in, pushed it to a Game 3. Bottom line is you were favored in this series. You were expected to win. Now you got to go in. Mansfield's had since Thursday. They've played Thursday. They got through Coppell, so they're waiting. They're ready. But like I said, I don't doubt anything anymore, because as awful as they looked in Game 2, they flipped a switch in Game 3, and the bats lit up to get the 3 runs, and even when they gave up the 3 for it to be tied, the bottom of the lineup showed up again, got a run in. Seth calmed down, even when he wasn't getting calls, which I think frustrated me more than him.
Probably. You weren't probably the only one, too.
I think I rolled my eyes half the night just looking at the strike zone. But he, like they call him the wily veteran, 4-year guy on the varsity. Nothing derailed him, and I like the fact that Coach gave him the option to finish it. He went out there, talked to him, said, hey, up to you. And, of course, he's not going to give that up.
No, absolutely not. You know what else I like, Doctor, when you talk about that, is I see Kyle and BJ both lobbying. It's like, hey, we can finish this. We can close it out. And just that kind of camaraderie and team effort is like, look, Seth got us this far. Let me help. Let me get it. What can I do? That's very impressive, and it shows you how this is becoming more and more of a closer team as every step they get through the playoffs. Okay, so here's what Doctor was talking about. South Lake Carroll defeating El Dorado 2-0, 12-2, and 10-2 to advance to take on Arlington Martin. Martin, 8-1 winners, 10-1 winners in a 2-game sweep over San Angelo Central. So Carroll, the winner of 4-5A, takes on Martin, the winner of 3-5A. Now we go to the other regional quarterfinal in this portion of the Region 1 bracket. Jaguars with a tough 3-game series yet again for the second consecutive week, winning Game 1 6-0, losing Game 2 4-2, and winning Game 3 4-3. They advance to take on Mansfield, the winners of 7-5A, winners of a 1-game series against Coppell on Thursday night, 4-0 the final in that one. So Flower Mound, co-champs of 5-5A, Mansfield, the champions of 7-5A. Those are your regional semifinals. The winners of those two contests will play each other in the regional semis. Look at the bottom half of the Region 1 bracket. Midland, winners of 2-5A, advances over Richland. 9-5, lost Game 2 2-1, and won Game 3. Midland did 8-5. So it'll be Midland taking on Tascosa. This is the one shock to the system here, really and truthfully. Tascosa, a 2-game sweep over Fossil Ridge. Tascosa, the 4th-place finisher out of 2-5A, upset El Paso Americas last week, upset Fossil Ridge this week with a 3-0, 2-0 win, and Tascosa moves on to face Midland. Meanwhile, Hebron, also a fly in the ointment, 8-2. They won Game 1 over Midlothian, lost Game 2, 6-2 last night in Midlo, and tonight, this afternoon, a 5-4 come-from-behind in the 7th inning win for Steve Stone and his club as the Hawks advance the 4th-place finisher out of 5-5A to take on the co-champs out of 5-5A, the Marcus Marauders, who won a 1-game series last night, 6-3, over the Duncanville Panthers. So as you look up and down the lineup, 6 of the 8 teams left in Region 1, all champions or co-champions of their respective divisions. The other 2 teams that are left, both 4th-place finishers, Tascosa and Hebron. So again, it's baseball season. You never know what's going to happen. But what I do know is going to happen is we've got 2 great series for you next week on Champion Sports Radio and CSR TV. Flower Mound and Mansfield will play. Don't know when, don't know how many games, just know that we are going to be there. Meanwhile, Hebron and Marcus, the 5-5A foes, will collide next week, and we'll have that series for you here as well. Second week of playoffs in the books. Doctor, what do you think?
Like I said, I don't doubt these guys anymore. They, we talked about how district play would toughen them up heading into a playoff schedule, and it shows that when push comes to shove, somebody's going to make a play, and they're going to figure it out.
And even better than that, it's somebody different every single ball game. Special thanks to my broadcast partner in this one, the Dr. Alex Sterling. For all of us at Champion Sports Radio, my name is Thomas Lee. Thank you so much for spending your weekend with us as the Jaguars get a hard-fought series win, 2-1 over South Grand Prairie. Game 1, the perfect game for Kyle Johnston. 16 strikeouts and a 6-0 Jaguar win. Game 2, the Warriors come roaring back. They take it 4-2, and in Game 3, Seth Jordan hangs on with the collective efforts of Ryan Sloma, Casey Jacobson, Connor Wanhanen, the hero Stefan Shimankevich, leading the Jaguars to a 4-3 victory here in Game 3. That means we've got more baseball for you next week, folks. We'll look forward to you enjoying some time away from us, and we'll see you right back here coming up very, very soon. For all of us at Champion Sports Radio, I'm Thomas Lee. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.